Dzień dobry. Welcome back to another CryptoRobert video. What's that music I'm hearing? Yeah, I think that's the polka. And those buildings behind me? Well, that's the beautiful architecture of Poland's sixth largest city on the Baltic coast, Gdansk. Now, Poland might be the home of hearty fare of kielbasi, pierogis, and bijos, and the homeland of gifted composer Frédéric Chopin and the world-renowned physicist Marie Curie, but it's also home to a little-known cloud mining operation called CCG Mining. CCG Mining might be little known to you in the YouTube world, but it's actually a growing company and they have a lot to offer, a high degree of transparency. So are you ready for this tour of CCG Mining? Okay, let's go. But first, let me enjoy a little bit more of that polka. Gotta love that polka music. Upon first examining CCG Mining, I couldn't help but become impressed at the level of transparency that this company has put into their cloud mining website. You know, I did a video recently, a couple of videos on a new cloud mining website called Cryptera. And a lot of my subscribers and viewers actually are not comfortable with Cryptera because of the lack of transparency from that company. And as a result, I totally understand that, and I consider Cryptera a more high-risk endeavor, high reward, high risk. But CCG Mining actually is the exact opposite. Whereas if you had your reservations against a company like Cryptera, at the end of this video, I think you'll be very comfortable with the amount of transparency and the amount of effort that CCG Mining has put into winning over the trust of the public. So let's get right to it. Let's start our tour of CCG Mining from their About Us page. Let me click there now. Now, according to their company page, it provides a lot of information on their website about their operations. For example, CCG Mining was founded in 2016, as it says here, during the boom of cryptocurrencies. There's certainly a lot of truth in that. They are operating in 6 different countries. Their main office is in Poland, headquartered in Warsaw, and they have another operation in Gdansk on the Baltic coast there, the Baltic coast city. They have 645 private clients and 47 business clients. They on their webpage says that they're very ambitious and they want to build the highest computing hashing power in Europe. Okay, so this is a young team. If you scroll down here, who they are, our team, these are the actual members, or some of the members of the CCG Mining team. There's their CEO. Now, I'm not going to pronounce any of these last names. I really, unfortunately, mangle Polish last names, and it's very difficult for me to pronounce, so I'm just going to say their first names. So if anybody in the CCG Mining team is actually watching this video, you know why I'm not saying your last name. There's Michael, the CEO, or Michael, Victoria, head of sales, Anna, head of finance, Oleg, chief technology officer, or the CTO. They've got Veronica, and she's the sales rep, and Sergey, content manager. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that work for CCG Mining. These are the principal individuals here. We've just met a few of the individuals. There are some actual faces on the website. Where are their mining rigs? Well, let's scroll back up here to check our data centers. So I'm going to click that link here. About our data centers. It says that they own 2 large area data centers dedicated to Bitcoin and altcoin mining, and they actually have a little video here. Let me click that video. Let me scroll up because I don't want myself to be in the way here. If you click on their little video, it gives you an idea, a little overview they actually have. Looking at right here. I have the sound off. I don't think you can, because I don't want to interfere with my video recording equipment. But it's a really well produced video. And there's someone we met earlier on the page. The other page, there's Anna explaining things there. So it's an actual mining farm. Now you probably we're not going to know the actual location of those farms because that's obviously for security reasons, but there's no doubt after watching this video that these people are actually running an actual cloud mining operation. I mean, this level of transparency just from this video really makes CCG Mining, in my opinion, a step above the other websites. Popular cloud mining websites like Hashflare doesn't even have a video like this. I hope that Hashflare and other cloud mining companies like CryptoRobert and others are actually working on these professional videos to give people more, give them that sense of transparency that they're actually demanding now, more and more. Because if we're going to be giving people our money, our hard-earned money, our Bitcoin, to invest in these companies, we demand a higher level of transparency. And CCG Mining seems to be delivering that through their excellent website. Now, if we just scroll down here a little bit, and there's a little map, and the little bullseye here, if we click a little bit in, it gives you their locations there, and the main location in Poland being Warsaw, as we mentioned earlier, and Gdansk. Now, I mentioned earlier that they're also, they mentioned they're in other countries as well. If you just scroll back to the About Us page, or click back to the About Us page, they are in, of course, Poland, Great Britain, Russia, Latvia, Austria, and the Czech Republic. So there's several countries. I'm not sure exactly if they have partner affiliations with those countries, or they actually own properties there. But they do have seems like a growing reach, an expansive reach in the cloud mining industry there in Central Europe and in Great Britain. Now, even though we don't know the exact locations of where those other operations are from those countries, it does speak volumes as to the level of transparency, again, that CCG Mining is putting on the table there. They're telling us where they're located in Poland. They're telling us that they have these other operations that they're affiliated with in several other countries. This is not a company that is interested in hiding their operations. Now, even though CCG Mining is located in Poland and has their main facilities there, their main cloud mining facilities there, if you scroll to the bottom of the page of their website here, it says that they are actually, it's CCG International Ltd, and it is registered in London, or the United Kingdom. Is that necessarily a red flag? On the Genesis Mining page, you scroll to the bottom of their page, and there it says Genesis Mining Ltd in Wangchai, Hong Kong. And then there's Genesis Mining in Iceland. So is the fact that Genesis Mining has a registration in Hong Kong, is that a red flag? No, we know that Genesis Mining is a legitimate company. They have videos of their mining equipment. So no, it's not a red flag that they're registered in Hong Kong any more than it's a red flag that CCG Mining has a registration in the United Kingdom. Remember, these are multinational companies. There is a lot of advantages for a company like CCG Mining to register in the United Kingdom. Why do I say that? The United Kingdom has a very business-friendly environment. In fact, most entrepreneurs, if they're going to start a new business or a new venture, like to go to the United Kingdom. It's easy to set up a company. They also have a very low corporate tax rate, relatively low. It's about 20%, and might even be lower next year. And they're very welcoming for new businesses and international business. So it's not surprising that a lot of companies, particularly in Europe, will have a headquarters in London. Now, if you go to scroll to the bottom of the page, that address there is probably a virtual office. It's a lot of businesses located at the 85 Great Portland Street in London. Folks, it's not a red flag. This is a global business. Bitcoin is global. These Bitcoin businesses are international. So we can't expect everyone's business to be registered in the same country that they're actually doing their mining from. There's absolutely nothing wrong or scammy about that. So if you say something in the comments section, I'm going to ignore it. Okay, there's one more thing I want to get out of the way before we discuss prices and what they're offering, is their Whois lookup of their domain. Let's see who owns CCG Mining. So let me copy their domain name right here. I'm going to copy that. Let me go to Whois lookup. Whois.com. Put in there, paste that in there, hit search. And CCG Mining is registered, a registration contact as an actual person. This is not an anonymous domain registration. It's registered in the city of Warsaw, which is really comforting to know because the business is actually located in Poland, Warsaw, Poland. And it is registered to Anna Maleska. Oh, that sounds familiar. Where did we see that name before? On their About Us page. So if we go to their About Us page again, scroll down, and apparently Anna Meletskaya, she's the head of their finance department. The domain name is registered in her name. Well, that's even better because there's an actual somebody who works at the company who has actually registered the domain name. So this domain name check passed with flying colors. Okay, with this domain check now out of the way, let's dive right into the unique offering of CCG Mining. So here I'm back on the CCG Mining website. I'm on their pricing page, and they offer 3 specific types of product offerings. The first one is mining rig owners. That's really interesting because I haven't seen this in other cloud mining companies where you can actually rent. If you click on Learn More on their mining rigs, you can actually not rent but actually own these mining rigs. So there's different prices. Actually, it's kind of expensive, but these are the same mining rigs that CCG Mining is using for their cloud mining contracts. It's just giving you, I guess, a greater level of control for people that really want to have their own dedicated mining rig. It kind of reminds me of when you buy a web hosting package. You can just rent space along with other people, or you can actually buy your own server or to manage and own. So this is kind of a similar concept. We can actually buy at least for, I guess, a long-term. I guess you consider it either you own it outright or it's a really long-term rental in this case. So you can order and there's a lot of specifics. We're not going to get into all the details, but they give you a lot of specifics as to the GPU and the power and how much memory you're getting for each of these rigs and how much hash power per rigs that you're going to get per price, I guess. Let's go back to the pricing page. This time I'll go back to the main pricing page here. They also offer cloud mining contracts, and their cloud mining contracts they offer are very similar to Genesis and Hashflare, where they're mining several different cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, many altcoins like Litecoin and Ethereum, Monero, and a few others. We'll get to those in a moment. And then they offer VIP packages. This is very interesting. VIP packages. Now, if you're a whale investor out there, they have something for you because you can actually invest up from $49,000 in their silver plan all the way up to their platinum plan, $159,000. And even if you want to invest more money into this company to have an unlimited amount of power, there is a custom plan, and you can reach out to them and they can build whatever mining rig that you would need. So quite interesting. But for the purposes of this video, I'm actually going to limit the offerings to the cloud mining contracts, because we're going to really want to compare what CCG Mining is offering to their closest competitors, which would be Hashflare and Genesis Mining. Okay, so on the cloud mining contract page, we see a couple of different options. There actually are just 5 different options. It's kind of nice, very simple. There's the mini plan for $19.99. That's you're getting 50 gigahashes, and that's really not a lot of power. I mean, it would probably take you forever to get a payout at just 50 gigahashes of Bitcoin. There's the starter package. I actually got 2 of those starter packages over the past week. Just wanted to try things out, try how everything is working, make sure everything is running smoothly, and which it is actually. More on that later. That's for $75. You're getting that 200 gigahashes. The next is the advanced package, which is $915. And then there is the Pro package for 10 gigahashes or 10 terahashes. That's $3,615. And then there's the custom plan. So if you notice here on the custom plan, it's $375 for 1 terahash. So you're getting a little bit of a discount as opposed to buying the advanced plan there at $915. You can buy 3, 4, 5, 6, terahashes at that custom price of $375. Now, you might be wondering, wow, that's a lot of money. I mean, $375 per terahash. But when you consider that, is it really a lot of money when you consider that I mentioned that these are open-ended? That's right. Let me highlight that. These are open-ended. These are not limited by time. Whereas we know that Hashflare increased their prices recently for 1 terahash, it's $220. So the second year, it's $220. That's $440 if you want to have 2 years of 1 terahash. Now here we go. We have $375. It's a slight discount. You're saving about $65 over using Hashflare over that same 2-year period, or about 15%. But when you consider that this is a multi-year contract, now in year number 3, that's where it really adds up. So in year number 3, if you have 3 years of Hashflare, now provided that Hashflare doesn't continue to increase their prices, which they will, and so will Genesis, more on that in a moment, that let's just say for argument's sake that Hashflare never increases their prices, and it's going to be $220 per terahash for the next couple of years. Okay, let's go with that argument. 220, in year 3, 220. How much is that? $660. So does that $375 that you paid for CCG Mining's 1 terahash seem all that expensive? Not really, when you consider that, again, open-ended, meaning that the more time that goes on, right, the cheaper your contract gets. Whereas with Hashflare and many other companies that are doing 1 and 2 year contracts, that you have to rebuy them over and over again. So now you see that it's probably actually a pretty good deal. So imagine when you're in that 3rd year, you're saving in not just 15%, but that's a 60% savings over Hashflare. And those savings add up over time. You're saving money, and more of that money is being plowed into making more Bitcoin for you with these open-ended contracts. Okay, so how does CCG Mining's offerings and prices compare to Genesis Mining, the #1 Bitcoin mining company out there? Well, let's go to genesismining.com right now. Now, up until about a couple of days ago, in fact, I went on their pricing for Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin prices were all gone. And I was wondering what was going on, and actually just put back the old price. So what we're looking at here are the prices that from their last sale back in the end of October, November. The last time Genesis had offered some Bitcoin mining contracts, they went very quickly, and I actually bought a cloud mining package. And let me sign in. I'm already signed in, and I'll tell you exactly how much I bought and what is that worth per terahash, or what I'm paying per what it breaks down to per terahash. Let me go to my orders and scroll down. I purchased this one. Here it is, from the 11th. Sorry, that's November the 10th, and I purchased 10 terahash for $1,639.30. So what does that break down to per terahash? Well, let's do 1639.30 divided by 10. That's $163.93 per terahash. So $163 per terahash is, of course, way cheaper than the $375 per terahash that CCG Mining is offering. But consider, let's go back, let me log out here. Let me go back to the Genesis Bitcoin page. Now, since they're out of stock, in all likelihood, that in Genesis Mining, once they offer Bitcoin contracts again, these prices are going to be gone. Why am I confident that Genesis Mining is going to be increasing their prices? Because all of these companies, Genesis, Hashflare, CCG Mining, among many, many others, are competing for the same limited pool of equipment and suppliers. For example, Bitmain, which is a main Bitcoin manufacturer, equipment manufacturer, they are backlogged with orders because of the increasing in interest in crypto mining, crypto Bitcoin, and many other, these machines and equipment are rising and rising and rising. So like any manufacturer, when the demand is outstripping supply, guess what happens? The price goes up, up, and up. So these manufacturers can charge a premium, and that's affecting all of the Bitcoin cloud miners. That's why Hashflare had to increase their prices significantly to $220 per terahash. And it's probably, and I'm not going to bet on this, but I'm almost certain that these prices here, the gold package for $179 for 1 gigahash, is going to go up significantly to $250 per gigahash. The platinum plan for 500 gigahash, that's going to be over $1,100-$1,200. That diamond plan for 25 gigahashes is going to be maybe in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. Don't quote me on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Genesis does increase their prices significantly. They see what's going on. They see what their competition is doing. All they need to do is price themselves a little bit cheaper to continue to get keep their customers happy. Now, it could very well be that Genesis will also offer 1 or 2 year contracts. I'm not saying they're going to do away with open-ended contracts, but I can imagine in the future a lot of these companies will be offering both types of packages, open-ended as well as these 1 and 2 year packages. So wouldn't be surprising considering the rising cost of equipment. And these companies are really all trying to stay in business and make a profit for themselves and for us as well. I want to talk about next the process by which CCG Mining pays their customers. Now, their FAQ page is excellent. It has lots of great answers to common questions. Now, let me scroll down to the relevant question here, such as how often, here it is, how often will I receive my profit? There's a very interesting answer here. It says, let me read this to you. Newly minted coins are paid into your balance the 15th of the month. Our minimum withdrawal amount is 0.002 BTC or equivalent in other currencies. Okay, that's a lot of, let's just pause for a second here. The CCG Mining is only paying their customers just once per month. You might be wondering, wow, why is that the case when Genesis Mining does daily payouts, and with Hashflare, as long as you have some ridiculously high 0.05 amount of Bitcoin, $700 worth or so, you can get that Bitcoin out. But here we see CCG Mining only allowing you to, or only giving you a one payout, and that's on the 15th of the month. What gives? Well, I actually asked that question. I was so curious. I said, well, why are they only paying on the 15th of the month? So I sent CCG Mining a message in their to their little chat bot area, and I got a response from the CEO, Michael. Yes, the CEO. the same individual that you see pictured here, this dude personally answered all of my questions. So, what was the reason he gave me? Well, I'll tell you. Let me read that to you as it appears on the screen. I wrote him, "Why do you only pay once per month on the 15th? Are there any technical reasons, accounting reasons? Please explain." And Michael clearly explained, "We do payments once per month because of technical reasons, but mostly because of security reasons. To process Bitcoin, it's necessary to have an SQL database, validation, rechecking of payments, etc., and using cold storage. We still have this in progress of programming, so we do it one time per month. Also, there are a lot of companies promoting daily payments to be more attractive. As for us, we do not want to be more attractive in this way. Real business sometimes have payouts even one time per year. So one time per month is enough. But we still do withdrawals automatically to your wallet." Okay, wow, what a very transparent and thoughtful answer he gave me here. But what I like about Michael's answer, the CEO, what I like was that, go back, he said security reasons, and he mentioned cold storage. Now, there is a huge fear in the crypto world, and if you're a business with cryptocurrencies, and if you have a hot wallet, what is a hot wallet? A hot wallet is a wallet where your Bitcoins are attached or is online and can be hacked, or with enough determination, a determined hacker can actually take down your entire operation. Is that possible? Absolutely. Ask the folks at NiceHash. Who are NiceHash? NiceHash was a company that was a place where you can rent cloud mining equipment from other miners, but also mine on your own GPU at home and basically make some money with a couple of spare computers. A really nice company. They're back up and running now, but earlier in December, this is what happened. According to the website The Register, notice the headline, "NiceHash diced up by hackers. Thousands of Bitcoin pilfered." They estimated to have lost out of their hot wallet, their Bitcoin wallet, $62 million worth of Bitcoin. Complete and utter catastrophe that no one thought that NiceHash would come back, and yet they have come back. They've gotten some investors to put up some money and hopefully pay everybody back who had their Bitcoin stolen. And another article on Reuters, UK.com, said that in addition to stealing that 65 million Bitcoins, a statement by the then CEO of NiceHash, Andre Skraba, he stated the following, that his firm was the victim of a highly professional heist that yielded 4,700 Bitcoin, again worth around $64 million with the current price of Bitcoin. I tell you, if I was a business owner especially a cloud mining business or any kind of Bitcoin business, I would be very, very scared of hackers taking my Bitcoins. And now I can understand the reason why CCG Mining actually has this in practice, where it's really designed for security, so that on the 15th of the month, they take those Bitcoins that are in cold storage, which is actually stored offline on a device. On the 15th, they somehow send those Bitcoins back out into their system and then broadcast to their customers. So considering the neighborhood they're in Eastern Europe and near Russia, with the amazingly skilled hackers they are in that part of the world, if I was a Polish cloud mining company, I would take cybersecurity extremely seriously. And there's another thing to consider. In Europe, most people, believe it or not, get paid only once per month. Now, I'm here in the United States, and most people get paid weekly or bi-weekly. I don't know anybody in my country that gets paid only once per month, unless you're living on Social Security or have a pension. So, but to get in Europe, to have a salary or a job, getting paid once per month is perfectly normal. So this business practice of sending out Bitcoin or paying their customers only once a month is really perfectly normal in the European context. Still, I still would like my Bitcoins a little more often, and maybe in the future they'll figure out a way of sending maybe a weekly payment. But for now, it's going to be once per month on the 15th of the month, unless the 15th falls on a weekend, and then it's the following day, that's a weekday. A lot of us are just interested in Bitcoin cloud mining. How does the CCG Mining altcoin offering stack up to other vendors? Well, let's take a look at their pricing again. Let's go to cloud mining contracts. Now, notice that they are, I didn't mention this before, but they are selling or offering cloud mining contracts for Ethereum, Zcash, Monero, Dash, Litecoin, and LBRY. I'm not really familiar with that coin that much. Probably need to do a little more research on that one there. But of all these coins, actually, none of them actually makes a lot of sense to buy, because you can get them cheaper in other places like Hashflare, with the exception of Zcash. Zcash actually, the price is actually really good. Now let me go to Hashflare and I'll compare the price of their Hashflare Zcash contracts with CCG Mining's Zcash contracts. So here I'm in my Hashflare dashboard and I'm looking at the Zcash. If I scroll it to 250 hashes, 250, we see that cost $500 for 250 hashes of Zcash. Now on CCG Mining, that 250 hashes is $425. So it's a little cheaper actually for Zcash, but Ethereum and Litecoin are actually cheaper on Hashflare. So I'd recommend that you continue to purchase those contracts there, and because they're all 2-year contracts and they don't have any maintenance fees for those Litecoin and Ethereum. So strictly comparing the Ethereum and the Litecoin from CCG Mining to Hashflare, Hashflare is the winner there. But Zcash is very good here. And of course, been talking about their Bitcoin mining contracts. Even though they're 375 per terahash, they are open-ended. Whereas again, Hashflare, they're the $220 per terahash per year, year in and year out. Okay, folks, I'm ready to make another purchase on CCG Mining. I want to show you how easy the process really is. So let me sign into my account here. Now that I've signed in, we can see the nice dashboard here. It's really a really well-designed and well-organized interface, in my opinion, anyway. It says that your active mining contracts, there's 2 of them. Now, the first mining contract I bought just last Thursday for $75. I bought 200 gigahashes, and I purchased another one on, I believe on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday for another $75. Now your contracts actually take about 48 hours to be up and running, as long as you pay with Bitcoin or another currency. In a moment, I'll tell you exactly how long it takes for your contracts to get started up and running, based on whether you pay with PayPal or with a credit card or some other type of payment. Now, if I click on the side here, all operations, it tells you exactly your daily payout amount based on your contracts. So I can see that the contract that I just purchased on Sunday actually was enabled today on January the 2nd. So we have 2 rewards, or that's a payout with 2 maintenance fees. So based on the amount of Bitcoin here, let's see how much that Bitcoin reward was firstly. Let me click on that, copy that, and let me go to BTC to USD, pop that in there. 37 cents for one contract, so both, that's 2 contracts, that's 37 cents times 2, or 74 cents. Now, what is the maintenance? Let's go back and scroll down and grab one of those. Copy that and pop that in there. The maintenance was 9 cents. So that's about 27 cents. So a little quick math there. That would be about 25% actually is their maintenance fees. And that's a little bit on the high end for some cloud mining companies. Truth be told, Hashflare is charging about 21% for their what they call their pool fees, which are basically their maintenance fees. Again, what are maintenance fees? Well, maintenance fees are the fees that that include things like electricity, cooling costs, maintenance work, and hosting services. A lot of different things go into these maintenance fees. It helps basically, keep the lights running and the electricity going there in these facilities there, which maintenance fees are what they are. They're a baked-in cost. So you factor in whatever you're going to be making with CCG mining, whatever you estimate. 25% of that you got to take off the table, or about a quarter of that for maintenance fees. Based on those maintenance fees, but these 200 megahash contracts, I've got 400 megahashes. I'm netting a whopping 55 to 54 cents per day. Woohoo! But tell you what, I'm not happy with that low amount of power. I want 1 terahash of power, and I'm going to do that right now. But before I go ahead and make that 1 terahash purchase for $375, I wanted to show you the terms and conditions page. And I think everybody should familiarize themselves with the terms and conditions before they make a purchase on any website, whether it's a cloud mining website or anything for that matter. But I wanted to show you something very important about the payment method you choose. If you go to point number 3 of terms and conditions, the payment method you use determines how quickly your cloud mining operation is up and running and making money. So the fastest, if you notice here, it says Bitcoin. If you pay with Bitcoin, or actually any altcoin for that matter, and I'll tell you how many altcoins, you'll be blown away with how many different coins that you can actually purchase a contract with. But any altcoin, 2 working days. So when I made that purchase for the 200 megahashes of Bitcoin on Sunday, now at the time of the recording of this video, after midnight or so on Wednesday or early morning, it actually was 48 hours, and now that contract was enabled. So just keep that in mind, that 48 hours must pass before you start making money in your contract. Now, if you pay with PayPal as an option, 7 working days. So it's quite a long time. If you pay with a credit card, yes, you can pay with a credit card for CCG mining, 7 days. Bank transfer for 7 days. Now, this payment method, how you pay, also affects when you get paid actually on the 15th of the month. So if you pay with Bitcoin, you'll get paid that first payment cycle on the 15th of the month with that minimum amount of 0.002 Bitcoin. If you pay with PayPal, that will be the third payment cycle, which is basically 90 days after the activation. So again, super critical. You pay with PayPal, you're not going to get paid from CCG Mining for 3 months. Why do they do that? Well, they do that to protect themselves from chargebacks, which happens at times with PayPal. Also with credit cards, same thing. If you pay with a credit card, it's a second payment cycle. So essentially, it's 60 days after that contract is running, then you'll be able to get a payout. It's very similar to Genesis Mining. I actually paid with a credit card back in November, and there was that terms and conditions where you'd have to wait 60 days to get a payout, which really didn't matter because paying in November and not getting the operation running until the end of February made that point irrelevant. So, but if you do, remember, if you do pay for any cloud mining service with a credit card, they're going to hit you with at least a 60-day hold period before you can actually start taking out any profits. Bank transfers the 15th of the month, 15th day of the month after reaching your minimal payout. So that's kind of like the terms and conditions. So I really wanted to go over this because I get a lot of comments in the YouTube comment section when people buy a program. For example, with the last program was with Cryptera Cloud Mining. People paid a few hours later. They were yelling at me essentially. I paid and I don't see my cloud mining hash power enabled. This is a scam. And I said, wait, you got to wait 24 hours. You made the purchase on New Year's Day. Everyone was off, so chill out. So I'm doing this to kind of forewarn everybody that if you do make a purchase and it is with your credit card, 7 working days before you see anything active on your account in CCG Mining. If you really want your Bitcoin, if you want to start making money quickly and you want that these contracts to start making money and making Bitcoin quickly, pay with Bitcoin or another altcoin. I'll show you how to do that right now. So let me go back into my dashboard again, my client area. Now to do that, I like this little profit calculator here. It's really cool. When you click on the profit calculator, it loads this little applet, I would say, and you can basically use all the different mining, Ethereum, Zcash, and it gives you like an estimated profit. I'm just going to stick to Bitcoin because that's exactly what I'm going to buy is Bitcoin. So 1 gigahash, 375, and per day it tells you what you're making per day, and $1.99, and a week $13.92. 59.66 after 1 month. In 1 year, you'll make $725.89, and in 2 years, you'll make $1,451.78. Now, provided these prices are with the current Bitcoin prices. If the Bitcoin goes up, you're going to be making more profit. If Bitcoin goes down, you're going to be making less. You know how that goes, folks. Now, it's important to remember that this payout, you have to knock off that 25% for those maintenance fees. So it's not $1.99 a day; it's more like $1.50 a day, and you can just do those calculations yourself about whatever you see there. Now, if you want more, if I wanted more, then I can just click on the up button. Oh, not exactly that one. I can click on, say, if I wanted 5 terahashes. There it is, the new price. What it's going to cost you right here. That 5 terahashes is $1,875, but I don't want 5 terahashes. I just want 1 terahash right now for $375. So I'm ready to buy this contract. What do? Well, you click on Buy Contract Now. Let's see where that takes me. It took me to the open-ended contracts page. Okay, well, I got to scroll down here. I'm going to click on Order Now. And now I need to look at my order summary. Always look at your summary and look at all the details. And click Continue. Open-ended contract plan. Okay. Click on Checkout. Now, right above me, above where it says Total Due, is all my personal contact information, which I have completely gotten rid of because that's not a good practice to put your personal info on these videos. Okay, I've been told that before, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So you have these 3 options here. This is the important thing. You notice it says Payeer, another cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin. Now, Payeer is a credit card processing company, and you can use all different pay with all different kind of credit cards. It's more common in Europe necessarily than in my country here in the US, but I just love paying with cryptocurrencies. I don't need credit cards anymore. I have cryptocurrency. So I'm going to click another cryptocurrency. I'm going to click on I have read and agreed to the terms of service and click complete the order. That now takes you to the page where you need to actually send and pay for this contract. The contract is not complete until they receive payment. On the order confirmation page, it's important you need to now click this green Pay Now button. I'm going to do that, which opens up their coin payments. They use coin payments to accept all their money. Click on the coin payments button. Very important. So that's a little bit, let me go back there again. It's a little for those of you unfamiliar with CCG mining, this is probably the one thing they really, really, really need to fix. When you click any of these things, it's not entirely intuitive. Like, for example, if you click on Bitcoin, it'll say pay with Bitcoin. If you pay with Payer, it'll say pay now. Very intuitive. Pay now means you're going to pay. But if you actually click on another cryptocurrency, I know some of you are going to get tripped up. So please follow what I'm saying here. You must select another cryptocurrency to pay with any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. But that icon, that pay now button icon, is not there. What do? You click on the coin payments icon here, the coin payments button. You click that. That now takes you to another page to actually select one of the coins that you want to choose other than Bitcoin. Now, you certainly at this point can still pay with Bitcoin, but look at all these amazing options you have here. You can pay with Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. You can pay with Dogecoin, Ethereum. So many different options. I don't even know. I mean, this is incredible, actually. So this is probably the most amount of cryptocurrencies, altcoins, of any of the mining companies I've been dealing with. Usually you can only pay either in Bitcoin or in Litecoin or on a credit card, but to have this amazing amount of coins to choose from really is a game changer, because really to pay with Bitcoin now, it's the transaction fees are really high. I would much rather send Bitcoin Cash for like a transactions fee of like 1 or 2 pennies. It's really the obvious choice. If I can't pay with Bitcoin Cash, I'll pay with Litecoin also for a very cheap amount. If I can't pay with Litecoin, I'll pay with Ethereum. You know, you get the picture. So let me click on the Bitcoin Cash button here, which is BCH. Interestingly, they actually take BitConnect tokens as well. Interesting. So you can actually send, I guess, once you click the checkout from BitConnect, your BitConnect tokens to pay for that contract. That's really interesting, actually. So BCH, and you click on any of these coins, you must click complete payment or complete checkout. That redirects you to this page right here. You need to take that address and this exact amount of Bitcoin, exact amount of Bitcoin Cash to your coin wallet. So I'm going to go right now to my blockchain wallet. First, I'm going to copy that link. Here I am on my blockchain. I've got some Bitcoin Cash. Let's see, how much Bitcoin Cash do I have? I have plenty. I have $612 worth of Bitcoin Cash. So I'm going to click on send, the send button, paste in that address, and go back to that page here, and just carefully, they don't have like an easy copy button, so be very careful here. You want to copy the exact amount of Bitcoin Cash, the exact wallet address, and again, you want to paste that in here. And let me make sure that's exactly the amount, those last 3 zeros there. Yep, there's 3 zeros, okay. And you gotta love Bitcoin Cash, folks. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at this transaction fee. 2 pennies. I mean, seriously, 2 pennies. Okay, enough of that. Click on continue. Are you sure you want to send this to the address? Send Bitcoin Cash. I got a little beep. It's sending out. Now that'll take about an hour or so, because again, even though this transaction fees are really low, it's Bitcoin Cash and all these other coins, they still need to go through their confirmations. In this case, 6 confirmations. So back in the CCG mining my client area, it says that it's unpaid, and it could take a couple of hours actually for this to be paid. Now, if there's any problems with the payment, CCG Mining will send an email. It's not uncommon sometimes for technical issues to arise, and the team there is very responsive to any issues that you might have with payments. So that about wraps it up for this video on CCG Mining. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this tour of CCG Mining. Now, is CCG Mining the cheapest out there, the cheapest cloud mining? By no means. There are less expensive cloud mining websites out there, or programs, but there are very few that offer open-ended contracts. And CCG Mining, like Genesis, is one of the few companies that actually are offering open-ended contracts. And considering that Genesis is still out of open-ended contracts, and that when they do come back, they most likely will have a much higher price structure, CCG Mining could be in a similar tier, I would say, with or competitor to Genesis Mining. Now, many of you who had reservations about the last website I had reviewed, Cryptera Cloud Mining, you felt it lacked a certain transparency, that there were a lot of questions that weren't answered, and as a result, you didn't want to invest in Cryptera, which is totally fine, because Cryptera, still in my opinion, even though I've made some headway with the team over there, they still have a lot of questions they need to answer. They still need to be more open and transparent, and that's why I can still consider Cryptera more of a higher risk endeavor than, say, CCG Mining. And it could be for those very reasons, because CCG Mining is being so open and is being so transparent. It's putting out their people out there, right there on the About Us page, putting all their videos of their mining rigs and their personnel. It could be for that very reason that you'll feel more comfortable investing in CCG Mining. So if you are interested in CCG Mining, there is a link below that you can go there and to order some and try it out. Now, full disclosure, again, this is my affiliate link, and I will get a small commission for a sale that happens if you click on my link. So just wanted you to be aware of that. You don't have to use my affiliate link. If you feel that I've given you no value whatsoever in this video, then by all means, you can just ignore that affiliate link and go right to CCG Mining. But if you did find this video useful, then I certainly wouldn't mind you clicking on the affiliate link. Also, right under my affiliate link, I've added a new feature to my YouTube videos where they are little jump to, I call them jump to lists, or a jump to link, excuse me. So since this video is a bit long, and some of the videos that are longer will have this feature now where you can just jump to the specific spot in the video that I'm talking about. So you can see there are several sections right under my affiliate link that are specific to certain points in this particular video that you can just reference and go back to at any point in time. Let me know if you like that feature in the comments. I'll make sure that every single video has a jump to feature in it. One more thing before I go. You might be wondering, why am I invested in so many different cloud mining platforms? I'm invested in Genesis Mining, as you know. I'm invested in Hashflare. I'm invested in Cryptera and a few other cloud mining platforms that I haven't even discussed yet. Maybe I will in the future. Well, it goes with my philosophy of diversification in this crypto space. Also, with my other philosophy in life is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't rely on one stream of income any longer in this world. If you're just relying on one job and you lose that job, your income is gone and you got to start from square one again. But if you have multiple streams of income streaming in, a little from here, a little from there, you're going to be in a better position to weather the storms that life throws at you. Now, when it comes to these cloud mining operations, think about it like this. You're hedging your bets. If you have a certain amount of hash power in Genesis Mining and a certain amount of hash power in Hashflare, Cryptera, maybe in CCG Mining, maybe, I'm not sure, then if anything happens to any of these companies, you have a fallback. If something happens to Genesis, you have something in Hashflare. If something happens to Hashflare, well, there's Genesis. You get the idea. So it's not really smart to put just have one play in one particular company. You have everything in Genesis, or everything in Hashflare, or everything in Cryptera, or everything in CCG Mining. The smarter, wiser thing to do is to spread out your risk pool, spread it out, and you'll be much happier and you'll sleep a lot easier, believe me. Well, you can take my advice for what it's worth, but if you like this video, click the like button. If you don't like it, click the don't like button. Again, doesn't make me feel bad when people click don't like. If you're not a subscriber, I highly recommend that you click on the subscribe bell so you'll get notifications of whenever my videos drop. Currently doing about 2 videos a week. Some weeks I might only have time for one video. I like to do a lot of research and a lot of preparation for these videos. So this might be it for this week, this particular video, CCG Mining. I might have another video if I have time for it later. But anyway, I'll see you whenever I do make that next video. I'll see you then. Take care, folks.